Could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark.
Basketball has been my whole life over the past year, and now feels like the right time to take a step back and reflect. My college career ended so fast that I barely had time to process it before I jumped straight into the W.
There may be a team overseas eager to recruit Caitlin Clark. Basketball has been my entire life over the past year, and now it feels like the right moment to step back and reflect. My college career ended so quickly that I hardly had time to process it before jumping straight into the WNBA, dedicating everything I had to help push my team to the playoffs. However, it now seems like something needs to change. Caitlin Clark just made a groundbreaking announcement, and the basketball world is buzzing about it. She's packing her bags and heading to Europe, leaving the WNBA scrambling. Should we really be surprised? Based on her interview, it appears that she will likely earn more playing in EuroLeague than she did in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark shook the league to its core, setting attendance records and bringing in more fans than ever before. But despite her remarkable achievements, the league didn't provide her with the support she deserved. So, Caitlin decided that enough was enough, she's moving on. Let me explain why this is such a big deal. Caitlin Clark, the face of the WNBA in 2024, has officially decided to leave the league. She's not joining another WNBA team, she's heading overseas. When the news broke, it sent shockwaves across the internet. After an incredible rookie season where she dominated the court game after game, it felt like she had the entire basketball world at her feet.
Almost unanimous, -1. Angel Reese received one first place vote for Rookie of the Year.
But behind the scenes, things weren't as perfect as they seemed. While the WNBA benefited from her success, when it came to supporting her, they fell short. Clark faced relentless physical defense throughout the season, and she didn't hesitate to voice her frustrations. She told reporters, "I feel like I'm getting hammered, and people are getting away with things they shouldn't." These weren't just tough plays, they were dangerous. Elbows, headshots, even eye pokes. And what did the referees do? Almost nothing. Fans and commentators were left wondering if fouls had been cancelled for the season. But the challenges weren't just physical. Caitlin also endured racial harassment. As a white player in a predominantly black league, she found herself in an uncomfortable spotlight. Racially charged comments came from both players and fans, yet the WNBA remained silent, no statements, no investigations. Caitlin wasn't just battling aggressive defense on the court, she was fighting a toxic environment off of it, and the league didn't seem to care. By the end of the season, she had had enough. Now she's headed to Europe, where her talent will likely be treated with the respect it deserves. The WNBA is left struggling without Caitlin, and it's difficult to see how they'll maintain fan excitement. Sure, players like Breanna Stewart and Aya Wilson are great, but they haven't captured the same magic that Caitlin did this season. Meanwhile, another shocking development has surfaced. A WNBA legend has been caught red-handed scheming against Caitlin Clark in the Rookie of the Year race. Up until now, no one knew which seasoned player had secretly influenced a reporter to vote against Clark. But now, concrete evidence has emerged, and it's about to be exposed. Clark nearly achieved a unanimous Rookie of the Year title. She received 66 out of 67 votes. That one missing vote? It went to Angel Reese. And the person behind this decision might be someone you've admired all season, believing they were a true icon. While Caitlin was dominating on the court, this legend was quietly seething with jealousy. Now, it turns out that they may have worked behind the scenes to ensure Clark didn't receive the full recognition she deserved. To make things even worse, there's another voter out there who supported Angel Reese, not just for Rookie of the Year, but possibly for MVP as well. Why? Because while this so-called icon took years to develop their game, Caitlin came in and stole the spotlight in just one season. And here's the kicker, on the very day Caitlin Clark signed her European deal, this legend was celebrating the biggest WNBA title of the year. Coincidence? Maybe not. Someone out there deliberately cast a vote against Clark, ensuring she didn't get a perfect sweep. This wasn't just an attempt to be different, it was a calculated move to blemish Caitlin's record. But who was behind it? No, it wasn't Cheryl Swoops, she doesn't even have a vote in this competition.
We've got somebody out there who is casting votes for Angel Reese. I say somebody. I mean, I suppose it could have been one person who voted for Angel Reese for Rookie of the Year and another person who voted for Angel for MVP.
The truth is, that rogue vote came from journalist Cameron Duncan, and it sent shockwaves through the WNBA community. Why did Duncan vote for Reese? Sure, Reese had decent stats, but she wasn't even close to Caitlin's record-breaking season. So, what was really going on? Rumors suggest that Duncan didn't act alone. WNBA superstar Aya Wilson was allegedly involved. That's right, the same Aya Wilson who's been collecting trophies left and right. But why would a player of her caliber meddle in something as petty as a Rookie of the Year vote? This is where things take a wild turn. In 2024, Aya Wilson made history by becoming the first player since Cynthia Cooper in 1997 to win the MVP award unanimously. All 67 votes went to her, making her the only player in modern WNBA history to achieve such a feat. That's a massive deal. But when Caitlin started stacking up Rookie of the Year votes, Wilson allegedly stepped in. She didn't want Caitlin to accomplish something she never did, a unanimous Rookie of the Year win. This wasn't just about competition, it was about legacy. Wilson wanted to make sure Caitlin didn't steal the spotlight. And that's where Duncan came into play. His vote for Reese wasn't random, it was part of a bigger plan. Wilson's move was about protecting her own legacy, not about fairness. Let's be real, Reese wasn't the most deserving candidate. Yet Caitlin Clark, despite being the clear frontrunner, was denied a perfect record. But this is where things start unraveling. People are connecting the dots, and Wilson's scheme is coming to light. Everyone in the league is watching. Critics like Molly have even chimed in, claiming Caitlin wasn't talented enough to deserve unanimous votes. Really? Caitlin was averaging nearly 20 points per game, yet suddenly, she's not good enough? This whole situation wasn't just about Caitlin missing one unanimous vote, it was a message. Aya Wilson is still the queen, and anyone who dares challenge her will quickly learn who really runs the show. Caitlin's Rookie of the Year title may have a blemish, but that one vote exposed serious league politics and egos. Fans are outraged, and the WNBA's credibility has taken a massive hit. And the worst part? The WNBA has remained silent. No official statements, no investigations, just silence. It's as if they're hoping this will all blow over. But fans won't forget, and neither will Caitlin Clark. When a unanimous Rookie of the Year win is stolen right in front of everyone, it's not just Caitlin who loses, it's the entire sport. Aya Wilson may have protected her unanimous MVP record, but her reputation might not survive this unscathed. If the full truth ever comes out, the damage to her legacy could be irreversible. This situation isn't just about competition, it's about something much uglier. The WNBA is allowing bias and toxicity to fester, and until players like Wilson are held accountable, this so-called progressive league will continue to operate under the same old rules.